ever wondered why many farmers have more control measures than preventive measures? What do I mean by that? They are controlling uh, pests and diseases rather than preventing pests and diseases. They're helping plants gain their stability in terms of nutrition rather than controlling those adverse effects. They're controlling losses rather than preventing losses. Today I'm going to share with you 6 unproductive habits that are costing many farmers their profits. And I believe if you work on this, you want to become better people in this agriculture process. You see, there are very simple things in agriculture that we tend to neglect, and these little things cost us lots and lots of losses. And most times we take them lightly. See, farming is deliberate. You must be deliberate. You may not have a control of all risks and measures, but there are things that we can put into control, and there are things we can avoid, and we don't have severe losses or very drastic losses in our fields. So today I'm going to share those unproductive habits and how we can work on them. So number one, that is going to cover everything. Farmers don't do prior planning. They don't have an estimate of how much fertilizers that will be needed. They don't have an estimate of how much pesticides will be needed. They don't have an estimate of how much money will be required to do the entire production process. Because you need an estimate. You may not know what things may come within the production period, but at least it has to be an estimate basing from how much a plant can take within the season. They are on internet has very many crop guides that can help you know how much fertilizer you can need for a season, basing on how long a crop will take, because crops have approximate days by which they will take for them to start fruiting, and then they have points by which you can top dress, by top dress I meaning add a supplement fertilizer within the cropping season, by which you can apply at planting. So most farmers don't plan. They just start uh, right away, and kesera, whatever comes, let it come, and they find themselves experiencing many of those losses because uh, they're not planning very well. Know your crop, know the stages your crop takes, and then know at which stage are you going to apply maybe a fertilizer or what, and then plan very many things. Plan how much pesticides that you will need, approximate, so that you're not in a counter control measures rather than preventive measures. So the other thing, number two, um, they are applying uh, control pesticides before applying preventive pesticides. Um, there are pesticides that are designed to prevent adverse effects by the diseases or the pest insects themselves. Um, take an example for fungal diseases. Pesticides like mancozebs. Mancozebs are contact fungicides. They prevent fungi fungi from affecting the plant within. So if you could apply a preventive measures more than waiting to apply like a metalaxyl at a further stage, it's very important that you apply preventive pesticides prior in higher proportions, so that you do not have more uh, more use of many pesticides, um, and that you also cut your costs of the pesticides you use. So that is number 2. Then number 3, people don't know when to use their pesticides. They don't know when to use their pesticides. So pesticides are a disease affecting has is the disease affecting a plant is determinant on 3 conditions. That is what people call the disease triangle, or what scientists call the disease triangle. There must be a host, that is your plant. There must be a pathogen, the disease causing agent, and the environment, number 3, must be suitable for the disease to occur. So rather than applying control measures, when you see the rain coming down too much, just know we need to apply preventive fungicides. You got it right. You got it right. Because fungi as a pathogen itself uh, thrives more in damp areas. So when we see maybe too much sunshine, we know there's a risk of having insects in your garden. So have a preventive measure on your plants. So that you're not doing more of control measures. So know when the disease. So now number 3, let me go through very fast so I don't make this video very long. Then number 3, we do not know how to apply fertilizers, when and how to apply them. So, and which fertilizer is needed at a specific stage. Most farmers don't know. They just apply any fertilizer they want. First of all, the fertilizer, for it to be effective, it must be the right fertilizer. You must apply it at the right place where the plant can access it, and then you must apply it at, maybe next video I'll share how to apply a fertilizer. Right place, it must be from the right source. It must be, yeah, there are 12 skipped me, but right place, must apply it at the right time when the plant needs it highly. Like I would apply a DAP. Of course, these days are the crop specific fertilizers, but indigenously apply a DAP at rooting season, the vegetative growth of a plant, for allow the plant have more roots and more stems. Yeah, because of the phosphorus and nitrogen content. Yeah, so right place fertilizer for a plant to be able to achieve its optimum yield. The fertilizer must be applied at the right time and in the right place where it is accessible, and it must be from the right source. And the other fourth one I've forgotten, the right amount. So right place, right source, right time, and the right amount. So I've got 4 things. Maybe I'll get another video and share those specific things. So that was number 4. Then 2 to go. Number 5. The other mistake that many farmers I see that are doing, that is actually costing them, not knowing the proportions of both organic and inorganic fertilizers. I usually advise farmers to apply a higher percentage of um, organic fertilizers compared to inorganic fertilizers, because you see, inorganic fertilizers only do a smaller portion to the plant. They just provide nutrients. Theirs is to provide nutrients in readily available form. But if I'm speaking about soil stability and improving soil quality, organic fertilizers do it best. They provide the nutrients, they improve the soil quality as well, the soil structure, they improve the soil texture, uh, the porosity, the water holding capacity. Um, so organic matter does a lot compared to what the inorganic matter will do. So that is number 5. Then habit number 6 that is costing farmers to be more on a control measure than preventive measure is not continuously learning. Not continuously learning. Uh, the more you are not learning, you're becoming stale. The methods that you're using are becoming obsolete. Each and every other day, there are tons of research that are being released on how to do stuff better. People are reinventing and reinventing things, reinventing and reinventing many ways of doing stuff better. So it's very incumbent and important that you keep yourself updated and learning every other time, every other time, and not only learning about farming, learning even other aspects of farming, because most times we're just learning about the agronomy part, but we also need to learn about the business case, how to handle finances, financial literacy. All those things are very important. How do I manage my finances so that I get better profits? How do I deal with workers? How do I work together with my team members so that we are in line and achieving our goals together rightly? So there are very many other factors to consider in the learning process, way beyond just learning the agronomy process. So work on those 6 things. Yeah, I believe there are very many more, but I believe those are very vital and very important, so that you're not always behind schedule, so that you're always upfront in the control measures, in having a stable production. You may not have everything in control, but it's rather that at least you have a certain stability while you do your farming. Otherwise, thank you for being on. Let's meet in the next video. Share your suggestions, share your questions. Let's learn from each other. Like this video, subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye.